We are gathered here for what is actually now known by many Kenyans. The question about the drought facing 23 counties in the Republic. And I begin by reading the verse of the Holy Quran that Allah tells us, "We will certainly test you with a touch of fear and famine and loss of property, life and crops. Give news to those who patiently endure and say, when struck by disaster, surely to Allah we belong and to Him is our return." The drought situation in Kenya, a call for action. The current drought situation in Kenya is not just an agricultural crisis. It is a humanitarian disaster that threatens the very fabric of our communities. According to the recent Kenya drought report by the National Federation of Red Cross, the food insecure population has significantly increased from February to March 2025 period compared with the previous years. However, we cannot ignore that this crisis is deeply intertwined with critical lack of water access, which is equally urgent and devastating. Water scarcity. Access to clean and safety water has become critically limited. The reality is stark. Families are struggling to provide water not only for their own consumption, but also for their livestock, which are essential for their livelihoods. This dual crisis of food and water insecurity is a ticking bomb that, if not addressed, will lead to irreversible suffering and loss. Urgent call for action. We urgently call upon the government of Kenya to mobilize all its water resources, including water tankers from the National Youth Service, the military, the Ministry of Water Resources, to provide immediate help and support to the affected communities. This coordinated effort is essential for alleviating the suffering and preventing further loss of life and livelihoods. Affected regions. Kenya encompasses 23 arid and semi-arid counties, 9 of which are classified as arid and 14 are semi-arid. These regions are hardest hit, where the affected climate change and inadequate rainfall have compounded the vulnerabilities faced by local communities. Impact of poor rains. The below normal short rain from October to December 2024 have severely stressed agricultural production and water availability. These failures have reversed the gains made in previous seasons, worsening both food and water insecurity. The contributing factors are widespread crop failure, low agricultural productivity, high fuel and fertilizers costs, and increased pests and diseases have all contributed to this dire situation. The consequences extend beyond immediate food shortage, affecting health, education, economic stability in these communities. The current food and water insecurity. By late 2025 and largely 2026, the situation has worsened drastically, putting millions at risk. The ongoing drought has left communities in ASAL counties facing severe hardships, with authorities warning of continued vulnerabilities until the next rainy seasons. A collective responsibility. The Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, in light of these alarming developments, it is abundantly clear that we are facing a crisis that demands immediate and concerted efforts. The Council calls upon the government of Kenya, county governments in the affected counties, Muslim well-wishers and institutions, and all partners to mobilize emergency resources to address this multifaceted crisis in the most affected counties. Local populations are sending out distress calls, witnessing a steady rise in livestock losses and critical water shortages that threaten their survival. We call upon the President of the Republic, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, to declare a national emergency. This declaration is vital to facilitate the mobilization and deployment of necessary resources to this worsening situation. And in conclusion, a call for compassion. As we approach the holy month of Ramadan, which is expected to be in the middle of this month, a month dedicated to compassion and generosity, we implore all stakeholders, Muslims, governments, NGOs, and individuals to respond to this urgent crisis. Together, we can alleviate the suffering of our fellow Kenyans, embodying the spirit of solidarity that defines our shared humanity. Shukran wa barakallahu fik. Asante. Kama iko maswali, the Secretary General has something to